What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Thursday, February 26, 2026, and we are back with a midday live. It's been a long time since I've done a midday live on the channel, but one of the reasons why I'm doing the midday live today is because I won't have enough time to do the live at the time that I would typically do it, which was at 3:30, because I actually had somewhere to be a little later on, and it would like run over into that time, and I didn't want to rush this live. I wanted to get out what I needed to say, so that's why we're doing it at 12:30. But I think some of y'all like the midday lives anyway, so it is what it is. But shout out to those who are here so far in the chat, and if you can't for whatever reason come over during the live while we are live, make sure y'all catch the replay, and I would gladly appreciate that. Make sure you hashtag replay gang in the comments section. But today we are going to be talking about James Fishback and these comments that he made towards Byron Donalds on Twitter. Now, let me give this disclaimer. I do not like Byron Donalds. As y'all know, Byron Donalds is a fixture in the Bed Bucking Hall of Shame, as well as Triple P's on my channel. Like, I really don't have many nice things to say about this dude because he is very anti-FBA. He's made that stake. He's put his flag in the sand, in the ground, whatever you want to call it. But you know, it is what it is with him. Wake up calls all around. However, there's this comment that James Fishback made a few days ago. As a matter of fact, I think he made it last week. That literally made me give him the side eye, but it definitely did not allow me to give him a pass. And I'm not surprised that he said this because I think he was teetering on this landscape when we first heard him call Byron Donalds a slave. And it was like, okay, haha. And that was when he was talking to Tucker Carlson, and that's when he had mentioned FBA and the whole thing. I did a live about that. But now he made a comment, and we're going to go over that. It's a video attached to it, but it's also a comment. But it spiraled into a whole bunch because Laura Loomer said something, and then Byron Donalds came in. He responded with something. And mind you, both of these guys are running for governor for the state of Florida. They're going for Ron DeSantis' seat because he can't run for governor anymore. He's about to be unseated. And it's probably going to come down to one of these two guys. So before I get into all of that, let me go ahead and acknowledge the people who are here so far in the chat. We got Raging Woody, Hurricane Nisi, Anthony Phillips, Wallow J, Dimpleface. Shout out to KG for being a member of the channel for 47 months. He says, B1 Night Rider check-in. Fishface is going to get his ish rocked out there if he's not careful. Oh, yeah, like, for real. Like, he's doing too much. Like, that's why in the thumbnail, it says too comfortable. I should have put it as TWO because, honestly, both of these individuals got too comfortable, and one of them already got several wake-up calls, and I have a feeling the other one's going to get his, too, if he's not careful. J.M. Von Doom. We got Kazima Fury, Dewani, Antoine Ball, Denise, the other Denise, Xavier, Great Black Shark, DSB, Tutneys, Volvo to Love, and Corey Goldwave. Shout out to each and every one of you that's in the chat, and shout out to anyone else that I didn't acknowledge that's going to come in. And all you lurkers, I see you because I know it ain't 51 people typed in this chat, but it's 51 of y'all watching. But I appreciate you either way. So let me go ahead now and share my screen, and we can go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead and play the video first because I think this all stems from this video that's only 43 seconds. And then I'm going to go into and read what James said. So it says, Representative Byron Donalds speaks at a TPUSA event at Florida Gulf Coast University in Fort Myers, Florida. Already he's off to a bad start at a TPUSA event, but hey, this is the company he likes to be around and the company he allows himself to keep.
Half the people that run their mouth would never walk up to you or walk up to me and say what they say.
Of course. He said, I'm Kamala Harris. That's interesting.
Wait, yeah, I've seen that comment.
No, stop right there.
Sorry.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
So my attitude is, it's not real until you stand right here and you say it to my face.
Will I be arrested if I walk into that building and ask Congressman Donalds why he would slander me and my family that way?
You cannot go into.
Well,
Until then, go ahead and run your mouth.
so he has ordered you to arrest me. He has ordered you to arrest me.
You're less than nothing.
He has told the university to arrest me if I walk into this building. He has done.
Okay, so you have that right there. So basically the premise of it is that Byron Donalds was speaking at this event, Apparently, according to James, he said something about him that he didn't like in his family, and now he wants to basically run up on him. And they like to call us ghetto. I mean, I'm just saying. This dude wanted to run up on a whole nother person, and then they not only call us ghetto, but they like to say that we're unprofessional. Mind you, James Fishback practically just got here himself, because if y'all don't remember, he is a son of Colombian parents. I don't know if James was born here or if he came over with his parents, but either way, he's not foundational to the land. He's not a white American by any measure. Just like what's his name? Byron Donalds. I know one of his parents is from the Caribbean. Now, the thing that Byron has one up on him is if James is not from here or he wasn't born here, at least Byron can say he was born here. He's just first generation born. But like I said, this dude was walking, and you can tell by his walk, he was walking with some precision. He was ready to run up in there and go in that room and actually get in this man's face and like fight him. Let me just say this before I continue. Everything that James Fishback, and as far as I'm concerned, Byron Donalds is doing is what a lot of these apologetics do, and that's perform. I mean, they're going to get up on that grand stage, they're going to put on them tap dance shoes and dance like their name is Cab Calloway. All of them seem to do it. All of this is performative. I mean, the fact that James had a camera crew to out there to do this. Oh, you said he was born. Okay, he said he was born in Florida. Okay, so they're both in the same boat. They're both first generation born. Imagine that. You got two, let's call it what it is. You got two tethers going at it. All over there, all over battling for the last crumb. NYC State of Mind says Byron is a tap dancer, but he's a big dude. Yeah, that he is. I'm like, he's like, the thing is, like I said, I don't like Byron Donalds, but let's be real here. Byron looks like he would like one swipe and James Fishback would be knocked out of his glasses and the lenses would come out of it. So that's the video right there. But now I want to address the reason why I'm making this video. I'm doing this live. This comment right here. And KG, I'm almost certain you've probably seen this. I think I sent it to you in the group chat. He said, at Byron Donalds said, I would never call him APAC Shakur to his face for taking millions from APAC. I went to prove him wrong, and he tried to have me arrested. A real black man would have stood on business. Byron equals FN. And when I saw that, I said, wait a minute. James Fishback, son of Colombian migrants. What do you mean when you say FN? Because I don't think I've heard him say that to anybody else except Byron Donalds. Now, I get it. You have obvious beef with this dude for whatever reason. I honestly do not care. But when I saw that, I said FN. Now, to us in the chat, when we see the letters FN combined like that, there's only one phrase that can mean. One. Just like you've heard the emergence of the phrase YN. We know what that means. So swap out the Y, put an F. We know exactly what that means. What really got me, though, and I'm going to continue going, is when... Hold on, there wasn't this one, but look, Kimberly Klasick had to say something. Was when Laura Loomer jumped into it. Hold on, let me see if I can find the post itself. Oh, where is it? Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, I think this is it right here. So look at what Laura Looney had to say, because you know she had to jump in the fray. She said, Tommy, that's your real name. Your brown immigrant mother gave you while you LARP as a white supremacist. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, this is that infighting that I keep telling y'all about that be happening on Twitter all the time. They be just sitting there slinging mud at each other. This is why I did that deep dive a few weeks ago talking about how they are not a unit. Y'all better pay attention. She said, the underage girls you solicit may be dumb enough to fall for your shtick, but we all know you were using the N-word. You said FN after calling him a fake black man. You are never going to be governor of Florida, you absolute fraud. You are a pathological liar, and you have residency in D.C. We all know Ron DeSantis is behind your campaign to split the vote to get your revenge for his wife, Casey. Listen, I'm not familiar with all this stuff. KG, when I drop the link and you come in here, you want to fill in the gaps for me on this one. He said, I know multiple people who have said you told them this directly, but check out what James had to say, y'all. And this was after he responded to Laura Loomer. She said, Tucker Carlson, because of, Qatar, endorsed Jay Fishback for governor. Trump endorsed Byron. Fishback just called Byron Donalds, who was black, an FN. FN means FN word. Of course, Laura wanted to say it. Tucker Carlson must be condemned by the Trump administration immediately. This is disgusting racism. But look at what James came back and said what FN stood for. He said FN equals fake news. Then he called Laura Loomer Larry. I'm like, since when does FN mean fake news? Like, why would you have to abbreviate FN for fake news? It's not a derogatory, it's not even something that's worthy of being abbreviated. Besides, every time Trump said it, he never said FN, he always said fake news. But what I thought was interesting is that people added the community notes here and said, FN equals fake news, a term made popular by President Trump, clarified by James Fishback. I don't believe that nonsense for one single solitary second, because Trump never said FN as reference to fake news. He always just flat out said fake news. It was even other PC individuals that were commenting when they were asking him, James, what does FN stand for? He either didn't reply to it or he said fake news. And I think this is the only time he said it. But it was either other PC people that was underneath that post and were saying what it actually meant. And we know why they wanted to say it, because that was just their way of wanting to say it. But it didn't end there. Oh, no. Because Byron Donalds, the recipient, had a response to him. Now, I just came across this today. So I think he just made this response. He said, Dear James Fishback, I heard you crashed out when I told the truth about your stupid anti-Semitic BDS plan that would take pension money from police and fire for more government handouts. You stole that plan from Kamala Harris, just like you stole your whole gimmick from Nick Fuentes and Zohran Mamdani. Y'all, this is literally political theater. That's why I can't take any of these pie, lie, trick shins seriously. He says, tell everyone the truth. 6 months ago in Madison County, you had me face to face on stage for an hour. You could have asked me anything. You had a lapel mic on and recorded the whole thing. Be a man and release the tape. You won't do that because it will prove that what we both know. You're no racist. You're no groiper. You're no anti-Semite. You're what people hate about politics, performative slop. James equals con man. Now I will give Byron this. At least he didn't say CM. He actually called him what he wanted to call him, which was a con man. So he didn't abbreviate anything. That's why I know that James is lying when he said FN means fake news. I mean, think about this for a second. Like, really think about this for a second. Why would you say a person's name and then say equals FN, but it stands for fake news? That doesn't even make any sense. It makes no sense. But let's be real here. Whenever I've seen the phrasing of FN together like that, I've always thought F word, N word. Never would I've ever said fake news. That would have never entered my mind as a thought. And then he posted this picture of him on stage speaking, and James Fishback is right there, and it looks like he's looking at him in admiration, and someone put the heart emojis above it. And then, of course, look, James Fishback came back and he replied, y'all, they just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is hilarious to me. At the end of the day, this is just entertainment. I don't take none of them seriously. I really don't. But these are the people that they got to, the people of Florida got to choose from. He said, "Dear Byron Donald." So basically, he's making fun of his name and calling him Byron as if it's to sound like Tyrone. And we all know, you always know that whenever you hear the name Tyrone and it comes from certain individuals, that's them just indicating, the typical black sounding black male name. He said, "Yesterday in Fort Myers, you had the opportunity to say all of this to my face. Instead, you hid behind armed security and ordered them to arrest me if I walked in. You were a coward then. You're an even bigger one now. So here's my offer. Let's debate live in person in front of an audience, streamed directly to X in the next 21 days. May the best man win." Someone said, "Honestly, y'all need to just have a boxing match and the loser steps aside. Fight for your beliefs." Someone says, "Sad to see deep loving friends fight." Let's see what they say. Someone pulled something up from last year. It says, "Americans need more conversations like this. This is how we heal and unify. Bravo to my friend Byron Donald." Dated April 8th, 2025. Someone said, "Here for the ratio." Someone said he was literally a con man to get his current wife. Honestly, you both have hypocrisies that you need to deal with. That's the thing. I think many people are catching on. Like, the thing is that as much as Byron Donalds and James Fishback are going back and forth with each other, they're literally two peas in the same pod that's rotting. They're both at the end of the day doing the same thing. That's why I said I cannot take these pop lie trictions seriously. Emmanuel says, "I don't use social media, so I personally don't see the term YN being used." Oh, trust me, it gets used a lot. He said, "But if YN is familiar, then FN will seem to follow. But I honestly do believe FN stood for fake news." Well, I don't, like I said, I never seen FN be standing for fake news. If people want to say fake news, they would just say fake news. No, not fake N word, Emmanuel. F word, N word, FUCK, not fake. Like, immediately when I saw that, I was like, whoa. And I think what really did it was the fact that when he called him, basically in so many words, a fake black man, when he said a real black man would have stood on business. Then follows it with Byron equals FN, which could either mean, actually going back to Emmanuel, what you were saying, it could either mean fake N word or F word N word. Because again, he's calling him fake. Yeah, so yeah, I had to go back to like show you. That's why I said this cannot mean fake news. It cannot mean that. But he'll have you to believe it is. This is where he messed up. When he wrote this right here and followed it up with that. That's where he told on himself. And when people asked him, he either said fake, it means fake news, or he didn't answer them at all. And the reason why people was asking him is because they knew what it meant. They just wanted to see if he was going to be honest or man enough to respond with the truth, which he didn't. But I'm going to go ahead now and let y'all come on up. And I want to see what y'all have to say as it pertains to this. Like I said, it wasn't going to be a really long live because it was just those couple of tweets. If anybody would like to come up and speak about this, feel free to go right on ahead. Wilder, what's going on?
What's going on, Torn? What's going on, everybody in the chat? All I got to say is both of y'all need to squabble up. That's all I really want to see. Just squabble up. Stop arguing. Just go squabble up.
All right. Shout out to Wallow. Xavier, what's going on?
Hey, Brother Torian. B1, brother. Hope you're having an awesome day.
I am.
This Fishback fella, he's actually beginning to annoy me. I see what he's doing. He's actually, because this is the first time he's tried to use like black slangs to try and get like his point across. He's trying to feel relatable. I feel like he's trying to make himself relatable to, black people, but we can all see that he's attached. He's basically he's a huge fan of, or an acolyte of what's his face, governor of Florida.
Oh, DeSantis.
Yeah, he's a huge.
As I like to call him, the Satan or the Snowflake.
Yeah, the Satan. Yeah, I prefer the Satan. Yeah, that dude. This guy is his. Basically, he worships the ground the Satan walks on. So, and we all know what that clown is about. He has no love for black people whatsoever. So, him trying to ingratiate himself to black people is just so he could get votes. That's it. And he knew what he did when he put that Y in there. The F in there. We all could see it. It's because he's trying to, because the last time he used the FBA, he talked about FBA on the video. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh, I saw that with Tucker Carlson. I did a whole live about that, and they tried to say something about some heritage American or something like that. Some dumb stuff that him and Tucker Carlson was talking about.
Yeah. It's basically he's grifting. He's a grifter, and it's important that people see through that and don't vote for this guy. He definitely does not have the best interests of black people at heart. Even when you hear him talk about policies, he's not a good person. So, I mean, as much as I do not like Byron Donalds, I think that dude is a tap dancer, but at the same time, this dude is getting way too comfortable talking about stuff that he doesn't understand or has no business talking the way he's talking. He should stay in his lane. That's really all I got. So thanks for bringing me up.
All right, no problem. Appreciate you coming up. All right, shout out to Xavier for coming up. Jonathan, are you ready? What's going on?
What's going on, man? But, hey, that was worse. Watching that whole live, I should have bought my popcorn with me because man, they was going back and forth, and that's the reason why they shouldn't be taken serious. It's also a sign of them not showing they want me to be great governors, because any candidate trying to run for a position that high are supposed to show, they're a good role model, a good example of how to act as a patriot or American or whatever. And by them fighting like that on social media, just shows you who they really are. So they really helped us out by showing us who they really are, and also did us a favor by saving or especially Florida. They definitely did Florida a favor of not wasting their gas to vote, because now it's like if you really this immature, I can't take you serious as a governor or president or anything, because y'all fighting like little kids, and little kids are too young to run for positions that high. So that's all I got to say. And all we can do is like pray for the world, fix the society, and get healthy. I'm gonna get back to my workout.
All right, appreciate you coming up. All right, shout out to Jonathan for coming up. KG, I know this is you. What's going on? And I'm glad that you was able to come up, because I definitely needed your level of expertise with all of this.
Yeah, what it is. All right, so basically, you remember how last year and the year before everybody thought that DeSantis' wife was going to run for governor to keep that train going?
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like she's not going to run because, like the primary is basically in like the next couple months.
Yeah.
But what happened was, we know Fishback's a whole DeSantis show. So he was really in the race just to cut Byron's legs off and Jay Collins' legs off. And Jay Collins is the lieutenant governor. He's basically the front runner right now.
Yeah.
So for them to even have a shot, they got to be Jay Collins. And you're not going to be somebody that's already in office.
Mm.
So
basically, you're saying that they're just wasting their time.
No, because Byron thinks because he next to Trump, he figures that Trump is gonna, come outside for it. Because
I don't
Trump
know.
and DeSantis don't really like each other.
I don't know why, because he didn't pick him as his VP. He picked JD Vance. I still think back to 2 years ago when they had the RNC, and he was out there walking like he was top shelf. And I'm like, no, you're gonna get yourself back in the box, and then to have to sit on opposite sides of the person that got picked. I mean, I was just looking at Byron. I said, how embarrassing for you.
Yeah, well, you know Byron. He likes humiliation.
Yeah,
so
a lot of it.
He might not even win the primary, which means he better stay in his race, because once he loses that, the Democrats gonna throw somebody at him that's gonna whoop his ass, and he's gonna be out of politics. He could be out of politics after November 4th.
Of this year?
Yeah, because his seat is up. His congressional seat is up as well.
Oh well.
So he better hope it gets to a runoff. That's the best he can hope for. But I don't think he's gonna beat Jay Collins.
And what's gonna happen with Fishback?
He might end up fifth.
He might end up,
but he's gonna care because he already got his name. He'll probably be doing the Fox News thing afterwards.
Trying to do a podcast.
Yeah, probably. But Fox News call him like every other month to come on and talk. I think he wants to do the George Santos thing.
Yeah. I forgot all. I forgot all about him.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these black politicians, they're learning very quickly that MAGA don't really like him. I mean, I went over Wesley Hunt this morning. He think he into something. He about to find out real bad. He praying for a runoff too. It's
funny you bring up Wesley Hunt, because it's somebody I'm subscribed to. I forgot the name, and they did a video about Wesley Hunt. He's one of those conservatives that you only hear about like maybe once every other quarter. He's not one of the ones that you always see out there like that. Like if you see his face, like who is this guy always wearing them cowboy boots?
Yeah, but he when you look at his congressional record, he does nothing except unless it's woke or something that benefits a corporation.
And his voice annoys me.
Yeah, he's not going to win. He's not even going to get past his race.
He's easily forgettable.
Yeah. He really think he's going to be Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is an idiot. So what does that tell you? But yeah, that's basically the story with Fishback. He's another example of everybody thinking because Trump got picked as president, they think they can do anything in politics, and they're gonna learn really quickly that people are tired.
Yeah, they're tired. Yeah, they're tired. And they're gonna find out after the midterms. No need to wait till 2028. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the after the midterms, that's going to be the funeral, and 2028 is going to be the repass.
November 3rd, boy, we playing the Undertaker music that night.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to, I'm glad that you up here. I didn't get a chance to ask you. What was your thoughts on the So 2?
Oh, the State of the Union, that
Yeah.
clown show. Well, the biggest takeaway, it was the thing that was not said.
What was that?
That kid DJ died and they didn't say nothing.
Hold on. Who died?
You know that 13-year-old kid, black kid that they were always parading around?
The one in the one in the cop uniform?
Yeah, he died on Sunday. They didn't say a word.
Oh, I didn't know. Like usually, because they kept parading him around, kept posting this picture. I did not know.
Yeah, I saw it Monday, and I thought it was a rib. And then I started doing the research, and I said, "Oh shit, he did die." And then I watched the State of the Union, and I was like, "They didn't even mention that kid." I was like,
Yeah,
another
just
one.
like Dimple Face said in the chat, I had no idea. This is my first time hearing about it. You know what's so crazy? You know who I give the ultimate side eye? His dad. He kept his dad kept parading him around it, also he could try to get some political seed.
And barely MAGA talked about it, giving out RIPs. But but last thing, and then I'll go. There's a thing that you and I should cover together.
Was that
little MAGA thing?
What little MAGA thing?
MAGA. I'll talk to you about it offline.
Yeah,
MAGA might have killed themselves
because there's so many of them. Like that's why I said, what little MAGA thing?
Yeah, they might have grifted themselves into something they can't get out of.
All of them, or just a pocket?
All of them. And I think if you and I do this, I think you would hit about 50,000 on a live stream. I think you would do it. But I'll talk to you about it when you finish.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I did not know that kid died. Because all I could think of was how they kept parading him around. They kept showing pictures of him and kept showing him and holding him up. And I'm like, and his dad was the main one doing it. I was like, something is very weird about this. I'm like, what kind of dad would do this to their child? And because mind you, the child definitely had a condition. I didn't even know he was 13 because he looked younger. But I think the condition is what caused him to look very, very, very youthful, even though he was a youth himself. Like, he didn't look like the average 13-year-old boy. I'll put it like that. Let me look, because I forgot his name. D-June. Because okay, hold on. We might have to fix this right quick, KG. We might have to fix this. We might have to retract that. Because I'm looking on here. Let me share my screen right quick. Let me share my screen. And zoom in. Okay, so it says as of February 25th, 2026, which was yesterday, it says reports that 13-year-old honorary officer Devarjay DJ Daniel has died are false. Family members and law enforcement agencies have confirmed that the Texas teen, known for his battle with brain spinal cancer and his mission to be sworn in by 1,000 agencies, is still alive. So he is still alive. Because I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, if he was deceased, then they would have plastered that off. That might have actually trended. So we retract that. So he is still very much alive, and this went out yesterday. But still, one thing we know to be sure for a fact is the fact that his dad parades him around the way that he does, which to me just does not. It is very unnatural. That part right there is very true. Hey, what's going on, Auntie? Nah, he's still alive. I just looked it up. It said that they put out a statement yesterday that he is still very much alive. They don't even know where the rumor that he passed came from. I don't know, maybe because he wasn't at the State of the Union on Sunday. I don't know who started that lie. I need to go look up and see who did. Let me see if I can find something. Moochie said they probably did that to get as much black attention as possible. Well, many black people don't know who this kid is, honestly. Like, the only reason we know about him is because we kind of locked in. Yeah, they said it was multiple posts that were made saying that he passed, but they said none of them are true. So he's still very much alive. What's going on, Sybil? And Denver face and many black people don't care. You're right. Many black people don't care. But yeah, KG, definitely send me that that information that you were telling me about just now when you came up, because I definitely want to see this. But anyway, y'all, I don't think anybody else is coming up to speak about this topic. Like I said, it was a very short live, but I wanted to do it early. The next live will be on Saturday. That'll be Sound Off Saturday. As y'all know, I do that on the last Saturday of every month. And I might make that an open panel. Something that I never do for the Sound Off Saturday, except at the end of the year. I might make that an open panel. I might start doing the Sound Off Saturdays as an open panel instead of just letting y'all come up individually one by one like I have been doing. Makes it a little bit more interesting. So I think that's what I'm going to do on Saturday. And that's going to be at 11 a.m. And I'm doing it that early because I actually I'll be having plans again. So I can't do it in the afternoon. So yeah, that'll be the next live. The next video that I'm doing coming tomorrow is actually going to be a movie review, my first movie review since Avatar. So that'll be the video for tomorrow. And I'm actually going to see it tonight, and y'all will see the premiere window up sometime this evening. That being said, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, stay warm, but most importantly, be one.